Hi, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Today, I want to talk a little bit about transportation costs in the Philippines. What does it cost to get around? Not necessarily in the Philippines because it can be different as you move around from region to region. So I think we're talking about Cebu today since that's where Minnie and I are. We've been using the taxi a lot to get from point A to point B, which may not necessarily be the smartest idea. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because right now, a flag drop on a taxi is 40 pesos plus your mileage. So, and waiting time. And when we were going through the May budget, what caught my attention was we've been spending a lot of time in the taxi, which means we've been spending quite a bit of money. So it doesn't seem like a lot. At first glance, you look at it, and we're averaging about 200 pesos per day using the taxis. Okay, 200 pesos a day is very reasonable if you're in the States, right? Because it's going to be cheaper than gas, cheaper than uh, car insurance, a car payment. It's going to be almost nothing comparatively, right? But when you start, after you've lived here for a while, you start thinking in terms of pesos. So it gives you any kind of idea. 200 pesos per day times 28 days probably equates to somewhere around 112, $125 per month, something like that in taxi fees. And so that's a lot of money. Now, while I'm reviewing this budget, I realize that as a percentage of our monthly budget, it's quite a bit of money. So I'll put in perspective for you. The total budget for the house in Bye City Leyte and the apartment here in Lahug, Cebu is probably running around $1,600 per month. So 125 into 1,600 equates to quite a bit of dough. So what I notice is we usually are just going one way, one way there, one way back, straight shot from point A to point B. And it may not be necessary to burn through that much cash in the monthly budget by spending it on taxis. And by the way, the flag drop fee is going up pretty soon, probably within the next 90 days or so. It's going up to 45 pesos for a flag drop. So I realize that's going to be somewhere around 90 cents, less than $1, I'm sure. But still, you multiply that's by 28 days, and you're talking about, some serious cash, I mean, a lot of fun can be had in the Philippines on $125 per month. Also considering the fact that our apartment here in Cebu is costing us currently around $300 per month all in. That's everything: electricity, internet fees, water, anything else that can be added in there. It's all added in at about $300 per month. 125 represents almost a third of the cost of running the apartment here. So I mean, it doesn't make any sense, right? So Minnie and I have talked about it, and we're going to start switching over to using the jeepneys as much as possible. Now, a jeepney ride is running about 12 pesos per person for one ride, one ride on the Jeep. Now, some of the places we've gone require us to switch over to two Jeeps. But if you think about it, that's 2 times 12, which is 24 for a one-way ride, 24 pesos, and then coming back 24 if it's a one jeepney ride. And so it would just barely be 10 pesos over the flag drop fee on a taxi. And it's just as efficient because most of the time you're moving kind of slow in Cebu because of the tremendous amount of traffic. And so it's something that if you decide to live here, you're going to have to consider. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons we decided to live in La Hogue, is because it's so convenient. You know, we have everything around us that we need, but we like to have fun, so we like to go out. Sometimes that requires taking a taxi, but should we be taking a taxi every day? I think that's the point of this conversation. Well, anyway, I wanted to share those thoughts. We could cut probably our transportation budget down to somewhere between $50 and $60 a month by just simply switching over to jeepneys as opposed to taxi rides. There are going to be occasions, of course, that I don't like to ride jeepneys late into the night. Last night, Minnie and I, we were hanging around Mango at one of our favorite bars. We were enjoying a few San Miguel lights, and that worked out just fine. There was nobody in the place. We had it all to ourselves, just about, just us and the girls. And then, by the time we left the bar, the sun had set. And I think it was somewhere around 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Our only option is to take the taxi home. Walking wouldn't be something that you'd want to do when the sun goes down in Mango. So, not that there's anything wrong with being in Mango, not that it has an exceptionally higher crime rate than any other place in the Philippines, but you just don't want to take chances. And it's just better. You're just better off taking the taxi as opposed to a Jeep or any other kind of transportation service once it gets dark. So anyway, I hope this discussion of our own experience on transportation has been helpful for the expats that are planning on coming here. Filipinos, they already know this. You won't catch them. Mostly you're going to catch them mostly they walk everywhere they have to go, and otherwise they'll take a jeepney. And there's nothing wrong with it. I enjoy taking the jeepneys. Everything is just fine. Well, anyway, y'all have a nice day. It actually is Thursday morning here in the Philippines. And like I said, bottom line is we were reviewing the budget and my eyes got this big when I saw how much money we were spending on our transportation costs. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed this talk or this topic, and we'll see you again in the next video.